Hello, everybody. Today, I'm going to tell you a story about the share market, stocks and shares. So this story started in 1997, 25 years ago. There was two plasterers. I'm not going to name any names. Two plasterers. One very handsome, big full set of hair, tall, 6-footer, blue eyes. Two of the best plasterers in north of England, probably northern hemisphere. So what happened is this. Working on a Friday in 1997, I'd only just got a phone, which were a Motorola, whatever it was, plastic thing with a pull-out aerial. And I get a phone call from my sister. My sister was married to this guy, and his friend worked on a ship drilling for oil off the coast of the Falkland Islands. And he'd phoned home on this Friday to tell his family and friends that they'd hit a massive well of oil. And he said, you need to be buying shares in this company, Desire Petroleum. So he's phoned his family up and said, get on this straight away. This is kind of insider trading. This is from the horse's mouth. This is from somebody who's working on the ship that's drilling for oil, that's just splattered everywhere because it's under pressure and fired up in air. They're all covered in oil. They're all singing and shouting. They're all on the phones. Get some shares in this company. The share price in 1997 for Desire Petroleum was 45 pence. When we got told about it, we were running around ringing everybody, how can we get these shares? We got these shares. I think you found out there's a handsome 6-footer with me. We got these shares for 47 pence a piece. So me and Sid, we were getting paid off a job, and I said to him, I'll use that money, which was £1,000, £500 each. We'll get some shares each. So me and Sid bought £500 worth of shares a piece. The expected share price on Monday morning was supposed to be rising to around £48 per share. So if it's gone from 47 pence a share to £48 a share to £50 a share, that's some serious money. £50,000. Being greedy, a greedy Harry, I decided to have another £1,000 worth of shares. So altogether, I bought, we Sid's share, we had 1,031 shares in Desire Petroleum. My mum bought £1,000 worth of shares. My sister and her husband bought £1,000 worth of shares. His dad and his mum bought £1,000 worth of shares, and I think anybody that they could tell. Over the weekend, all we did was look at this Desire Petroleum, waiting for news. Just waiting for news for him to announce that they'd hit this big pocket of oil. And I forgot to say, Sid's dad, he bought 1,500 quid as a share. because that's why I ended up going and buying some more. Monday morning come, I don't think I slept on Sunday night, because we just knew we were going to get this money. They were going to announce that they'd hit this pocketed oil, which were massive, humongous, and share price were just going to fly up. There were going to be runs on banks and everything. So Monday morning come, bell went off or wherever trading, looking at radio, listening to radio, plastering on his job, no news. A bit later on, no news. Gets home, speaks to my mum and dad. Have you heard out? No. Well, that's funny. Well, probably they said tomorrow. Tuesday came, no news. Wednesday came, phoned my sister's husband up. What's happening? Oh, they said that they've had to keep it quiet for now. They can't tell anybody about it because they've had to keep it quiet. They've got to do some more investigations. Thursday, Friday, gets back to Monday, that's 1 week. Another week was passed. Everybody's wondering what's happening. Another week was passed. And then another. And shares started to fall. So they went from 47 pence now to 40. Another week, went down a few more pence, then a few more pence, 35 pence. A month went by, down to 30 pence. A couple more months, down to 25 pence. And they kept tumbling and tumbling and tumbling. They even got as low as 1 pence. 1 pence for a share. What happened? What happened? That's what you're asking me. What happened, Sam? Damn, Sam, tell us what happened. So we're reading papers every single day, and it were about 6 months later, and there were a little piece in financial part at Sun, and it were a piece on Desire Petroleum. And what happens is what happens quite a bit. They were drilling for oil, and they hit a pocket of gas under high pressure. And it's the oil world's equivalent of fool's gold. So fool's gold is a rock that looks like gold, but it isn't. It's tainted like that, so it looks gold. When you break it in half, it's got coiling or whatever it's got in it. Feels like metal, but not as weighty. And this is a pocket of, I'm going like that, it's probably bigger than that. It's a pocket of gas, and it's under that much pressure that it gives readings off, and the oil comes up. It's a small bit of oil, and it gives readings off in it, and it's as if it's a massive oil field. And this is what they did. And it said from that point on, the shares were going down. And in it, the article, to rub salt in the wounds, it even said the share price, if it had been found, would have gone up to 48 to 50 pound per share, making us rich beyond our wildest dreams. So that were it. Hit rock bottom. Shares have crashed. They rallied a bit. They got to between 14 and 16 pence over coming years. Kept having a little watch to see what were happening, and to be honest, nothing did happen. So as hopes started to get raised one day, when I got so in this time as well. So every year we get like a share prospectus saying who's getting voted on to board and what's happening next coming years. So that'd raise your hopes just a touch, but then it'd settle back down when you kept looking at share price and they ain't shifted. So then one day I get a letter through post, and it said that they were being taken over. So Desire Petroleum were going to be taken over by another company. This was in 2012, 12 years later, and Desire Petroleum were getting taken over by Falkland Oil and Gas Limited. So interest goes up again. We have a look at share price, still at 16 pence. But Falkland Oil and Gas are a bigger company, and they've got all these different places what they're going to be searching, and they're supposed to be a bit more professional than Desire Petroleum, who were a small company. But when they got took over, we got less shares. So we ended up with 642 shares. So we've gone from 1,031 down to 642 shares. And the share price, again, quite low, 50 pence, something like that. And then it's kept dropping. So then the interest just went out of it. Everything went quiet, and the share price just kept edging down and edging down and edging down. And that's just not what you want when you're an investor on the stock market. So carried on working, life's going on, bobbing along nice. Have a little win here now and again. But I'm into property now, so I'm doing a bit here, I'm doing exams, I'm doing that, so that's on back burner. And then we get a letter through letterbox in 2016, and this letter says the company is now going to be merging with Falkland Oil and Gas Limited. Oh, that's it. So yeah, Falkland Oil and Gas Limited. That's our company. They're going to be merging with Rockhopper Exploration. It's going to be called FGOL, F-G-O-L. And the name of the new company is going to be Rockhopper Exploration PLC. So everything went through the vote. They have to vote and stuff. Like, we weren't bothered. Share price was next to note. But for this, we got 192 shares at 1 pence a share. 1 penny share, 1 penny share. Give me your 1 penny share. That's all we got, 1 pence a share. So I had a look at price. I had a look at what they were doing. Seemed a decent company, very professional. Just searching here, searching there. Interested, gone. 192 shares. I had a look. It weren't worth out. I think they were 10 pence a share. It gone 8 and 10 pence a share. We just, life had been sucked out of us. But through all this, what I'd always thought is, I'm just going to leave them in. It's pointless trying to take any money out. I'm just going to leave them in. Said to my mate, I'm just going to leave them in and just see what happens. If they go bust, they go bust, and we've lost. But as long as there's a bit of life, I'm going to leave them in. Interest picked up. Had a little look at what they're doing in market, kept having a little peek at share price, and then it just waned. So this is 6 years ago, and I've not looked at it since. And then tonight I got a text off my old mate Sid, who I've not seen for a long time. Bernie, he said, have you still got them shares? Have you seen share price? And I said, no, what is it? He says it's rocketed to £10.68 a share. Now bear in mind, Sid still thinks that we've got 1,031 shares. So in his mind, he's a millionaire. Poor kid. So I says, I'll have to have a look, and I'd even forgot how many shares we'd got. So I ran down, got old certificate out, and saw that we got 192 shares, which equates to £1,920 roughly, if you sold them after fees and things like that. So coincidentally, this is the amount of money that we had when we first started. So it's kind of come full circle in 25 years. So that's kind of good investing, I think. So the lessons that I've learnt in 25 years of investing is this: a fool and his money are often parted. Patience is a virtue and it's a long game. But never give up and keep on keeping on. So I hope you enjoyed that story. Give it to your kids, it might send them to sleep, especially with my drony voice. And I hope you got some value out of that. So this is Damp Sam signing off. Please subscribe and share if you think I've given you some value, and you can give me a bit of value, and you might enjoy these in 25 years time when I've worn you down and worn you down and worn you down. So that's Damp Sam signing off, and hope to see you on the next video.